How to export from LiquidGen to Blender. Today I'll be showing you guys how to export your fluid simulations from LiquidGen to Blender and how to set up the foam, bubble and spray particle system in Blender and make them look nice. So without further ado, let's head into LiquidGen and let me show you how to export. Let's go. So here we are in LiquidGen and we have imported our scene as you saw from Blender into LiquidGen. We have also done the whole simulation and all. All I'm going to be showing you guys is how to export. But before we go into exporting, there's a very important setting I need you guys to come here, which is in the simulation. When you click on the simulation node in LiquidGen, you come here to step rate, and this is at 60. This is very important because this step rate actually translates to your what they call it, your frame rate in Blender. So if it's 24 frames per second, you have to change the step rate to 24. If it's 60 frames per second that your scene is at, you change it to 60. So whatever frame per second your scene is at, that's what you have to change this step rate into before you export, so that everything works together. Now to export this liquid mesh and also the particle system, let's play it in LiquidGen and let's see how it is. So you can see it's playing in real time. You can see the simulation. You can see the simulation. You can see the simulation playing in real time. Yeah. Yup. Now to export this simulation out of LiquidGen and into Blender, we will go to, so from your particle simulation, you are going to have a first export node, which is a mesh export. But then if you are not seeing any export node connected to your simulation node, all you need to do is just drag it out. So for mesh, you just drag it out and then you can create an mesh export. And if you want your particles export, you just drag it out and you can create a particle export node. But since we already have them here, this is it. So for the export mesh, here we are. All you need to do is directory. You select a directory where you want your mesh to export into, and then you select the name you want to give the export of the name you want to give the Alembic file, of the export. So I always export Alembic. You don't export FBA, you don't export OBJ. Alembic is what you want to be exporting. And yeah, that is it. That is it for exporting mesh. Then for exporting particles, when you click on the particle export mesh, you come down here, you choose your directory where you want it to save. You choose your file name. So let's choose a directory because it's not chosen here. Let's just choose anywhere. Select folder. Let's just call it SS, and then you can see it's already an Alembic. Yeah. And then what else? We scroll down, export from frame 0, number of frames 1000, frame whatever, include main liquid, don't include that. Then here are now the white water particles you want to include. So if you have foam, spray and bubbles, you just tick everything. Make sure you tick everything. But if you only want foam and spray, or you only want bubbles, or you only want spray, or you only want foam, you get the point. So after you're done selecting the white water particles you want to export, now this is another very important thing. You select the two nodes. You select the two nodes and click export selected. And this is why some people may want to say, okay, I want to export the fluid first, then export the particles so I can make them like high resolution for easy export. But with the way simulation is built, even if I maintain the same parameters and I export and I bake, I'm going to get different results 2 times. They may be similar, but it's going to be different. It's going to be slightly different. And that is why you want to export both the mesh and the particles at the same time. So after you have set all your export settings, you're happy with the fluid simulation you have, you just select both of them and click export selected. So here we are in a fresh Blender scene and we want to import our simulations into Blender. So let me show you how to do that. You just come to where you exported them and carry the liquid ABC, as you can see, which is the liquid sim Alembic itself, only the mesh. And there we have it. Now we also want to import our particles, which is our white water, our foam, spray and all. So we can see we have spray and foam and bubbles. So as we exported them, as we click on those, it was going to create different different Alembic files for each foam, different Alembic file for foam, different Alembic file for spray, different Alembic file for bubbles. So we just import them. So let's import spray first. Yeah, and then let's import foam. I'm not going to import the bubbles because I don't need the bubbles for this. So that we have spray and foam, and as you can see, Let's keep on. You can see it's no more real time. You can see I've pressed and Blender is not responding in real time again because it's already baked, it's ready, and now it's tough. It's tough for Blender to process. You know what if you know what I mean. So here we have everything looking good. We have it according to the particles following according to the liquid simulation mesh. So here now we go into rendered view and let's just set up a basic material for the liquid. Yeah, so we have a basic liquid material, and then you can also see the particles. You may say, yeah, the particles also look nice, they look white and all. But if you want flexibility over the particles, that means you want to set these particles, you want to set how they look, you want to give them a different kind of material. Let me show you how to do that. All you need to do is you have to open your geometry node. So let's open that here. So that is geometry nodes. And we're selected on foam now. We'll press new. That's to use geometry nodes. And then in between the input geometry and the output, we want to put a set point radius. The first node we want to input is a set point radius. And what this node does actually, let's hide the spray. So we are only looking at the foam. What this node does is for us to be able to select how big we want our point to be. So you can see as I am adjusting it, the point is adjusting in size. And then what we want, the next node we want to add is a set point material, sorry, or set material geometry, whatever. So let's say we have put these both of them now. We have set point radius, that means we have set the scale, and now we have set material for the geometry. So now what we want to do, we can create a material, and then we can just appoint that material here. So whatever we do to the material, if we change it to red, you can see our foam is now red, and if we change it to whatever color. So what I basically like to do is just adjust the alpha, because yeah, that's basically what foam has, like alpha adjusted. So just adjust the alpha. That's how I basically like to do my foam. So you set the point radius, and then you set the material, and then you also do the same thing for the spray. You set point radius if you want, and then you set material, and that's how you can have full flexibility and import your liquid simulation from LiquidGen into Blender. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, peace.